Flosstube, it's Janet with Janet Jabber. I'm coming at you with episode 190. If you're new to my channel, this is Channel Butt Cross Stitch, so I hope you like what you see. Subscribe, comment, thumbs up, do the YouTube things. If you're a returning friend, thank you so much for spending time with me again this week. I love the visits and the comments that go on here. But if you're not a subscriber to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and you can be notified when these videos come up. They come up every Tuesday, but if you don't want to miss one, please hit the subscribe button. So there is that. All right, so there's a few things I want to get at before I get into the stitching, and one of them is retreat season. So I have not mentioned on here yet, I do not believe. I may have, I don't know. Anyway, I do want to let people know that I am going to StitchCon Weekend A. So if you are going to be there, please stop by and say hi to me. I try to get through the tables. I love going to the tables and seeing what other people are stitching on and saying hi. So I know that there's some people that find their table, hunker down, and that's what they do for the weekend, and that is awesome. I just go table to table and kind of get enabled sometimes, but I like to visit people, but I also do some stitching at these retreats. So if you see me, do not hesitate to stop and say hi. Speaking of retreat season, it comes across, I hear other floss tubers mention it, so I'm just gonna address it here. How do I find out about retreats? I find out about retreats, one, because I've been before, so it's a returning thing, but the biggest way is from subscribing to newsletters for your local stores that are holding these retreats, and that's really the biggest way. Sometimes on Facebook groups, there's one. I know there's a Facebook group that like tries to track retreats, so there's that too. But usually by the time you hear floss tubers talking about it, they're sold out. But I have one that's not sold out I want to tell you about. My friend Stacie, Stacie's from Stacie Stitches Creative Studio, has a Beach Please theme retreat in February down in Florida in February of 2024. So this is not sold out yet. If you are interested in going to this, pop on over and get the information from Stacie. So Stacie's Stitches Creative Studio, and this will be a fun retreat when it's in the middle of winter still, at least in my neck of the woods. And if you need to go get some fun in the sun and be around other like-minded people, great retreat to check out. So there is that. I also have a couple other things before we get to the stitching I want to show. So I also, before I get, I'm like all, I had stitching with my girls this weekend. That's what I call it right now because it's just girls that show up. So at my local store, my Stitch and Frame, we just get together. So it's not a retreat, but the second Saturday every month, I have, we get together at my store, and there's anywhere from 3 to like 12 of us, anywhere in there, to where we get together and stitch. So you're around like-minded people and all the things. So it's great fun. I've talked to my husband about like just going to the library or going to a local coffee shop and me just sitting there and stitching, because I'm here to tell you, if it's a crafter that sees you doing that, they're gonna come over and say hi and ask what you're working on. It happens. So it is just what you can put yourself out there and stitch in the wild and see what comes out, and have a little coffee or quiet time at the library, whatever suits your boat. But so there is that. So I know I'm saying so and all the things, but also, in my description box below, I have a few links. I have a link to my Happy Mail form. So once a month, I send out Happy Mail if you would like to randomly receive a thank you card for participating and loving on this channel. Put your name in that box, fill out that little form, and it'll get added to the list, and I just randomly pick names. I also have Buy Me a Coffee and a Ko-fi link. I have 2 people to thank this time, so friend and an anonymous donor. Thank you so much for contributing. It helps with the mailing of prizes and those thank you cards that I send out. One last thing that I also have there, I have lots of information there, but links to like shops that I use or friends that sell on here. So, but one other thing is my Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives. If you use Janet Jabber 15, you can get 15% off of a chart from her site. So go give Bobby some love and check her out. Okay, so before I jump into the regular stitching, I have one other thing to talk about, and it is my giveaway from last week. We are extending it for a second week, but in order to enter, you need to go back to last week's video and leave a comment, and there's Opie's giving an appearance. Last week's video, and you just put the number 1, and it enters you. Stitches So Beautiful is giving away a full coverage Stitch with a Nightlight. Here's the picture. and you just need to go over there. I'm also going to tell you that there are links in my description box below for Stitch So Beautiful's Etsy store to where you can go and check out. There's a raffle going on for this chart, super cute chart of Sunflower Lane. I believe it's off the top of my head. I don't have it printed out here. But it is a fully kitted one. It's a $2 raffle ticket for a chance to get in on that. It's I believe it has the fabric, which is Ada fabric. It has the floss. I think she even said a needle, so go check it out. Enter to win if you are interested in possibly a free full coverage chart. It'll be, it's super exciting to help support another small business. So thank you so much for giving her the time and chance to check that out. So with that, we're gonna go into another segment where I spotlight a friend. So this is my featured friend section, and Christy sent in a finished Easter piece. So let's check out her Easter piece. It is beautifully finished. She had, this is an Autumn Lane Stitchery's Easter Garden. She stitched it on 14 count Ada that she dyed herself, and she attached it to a sign that she picked up at the Dollar Tree. So super cute, simple finish. I love how she finished it, and that is bright and colorful to be out at Easter season when we're all looking for Easter eggs and all the funness to let us know spring is coming at us. So thank you so much for sharing that, Christy. And if you would like to be in my featured friend segment, again, janetjabber@gmail.com, just send me an email and attach a picture of it, and I love to share it on here. I have some in the queue still, but I love adding it, and everyone loves seeing it. So thank you so much, Christy, and please join in the fun. All right, so we're gonna get into my stitching for this week. I have 3 finishes. I touched a few things that I normally, that are like in my rotation of like how I like to do things, and then I have a tiny bit of haul at the end, so let's do this. Oh my gosh, Opie is, all of a sudden, he's back. People said, oh, we never see Opie anymore, and now he's like back in the thing. So my first finish that I'm gonna show you is my Stitches with Friends round robin that I did. So stitching on sunflowers was my choice in this chart. As a reminder, I have the paper here. I did this with Hannah Dowling. So these people stitched on my piece at one point. Hannah Dowling, Sarah from our Stitching Kingdom, Bobby from Pumpkin Creek Primitives, Carla from Craft Addict K, Crystal Rowe, and Corinne and Colleen from Grace Notes Fabric. So this is not, I actually chopped mine off around in here. I'm so happy with it. I'm just so happy with it. There was more stitching for me to do when I got it back, so I did that, and here we go. Where's the board? There we go. That's much easier to do. All right, so the full piece of it coming in. So their initials are around here, so I actually went into the chart and did add the sunflower, the word sunflowers, other than one of them. I stitched all of those. They put their initials in near the section that they stitched. I did a little free loving over here. If you see SUNFLOWERS, sunflowers, you have to find those. I had to pull that from the other part and find spots to empty it in here for it to go. But I love how it turned out. Love the colors. So I will look forward to getting that framed and up on the wall. This was on an 18 count Ada. I already put the stuff away. I already threw the card out, but it's a Be Stitch Me 18 count Ada. My next finish is Wilbur. This was so close, and I knew that it was gonna be getting in here. So I have some goodness to share with you. All right, spider alert. If you don't like spiders, look away. But I love this piece. Wilbur. Oh, does he not? I kept telling you, I just wanted to squeeze his ears. How amazingly beautiful. Teresa Kogut does an amazing job in this shading. How fabulous is that? I free-handed the spider web and the spider. That was a little challenging and made me very nervous, but I had a special surprise in the mail on Friday? I think it was Friday, from my dear friend Fran, and she sent me a copy of Charlotte's Web. So she said, as I'm reading this to my grandbaby Ozzy, she can hang out with maybe a pillow of this. So we'll see. I hadn't thought about how to finish this. I kind of like the idea of a pillow, and it would just be full of goodness. So thank you, Fran, for the book. I love Charlotte's Web, and I will love sharing this with my grandbaby. And this finished piece is scrumptious. Scrumptious. Now my third finish, I knew that it was probably going to be finished. I think I mentioned that last week. This is Hands on Designs Cranberry Christmas, and I was working on the pillow. And I did. I had to get some more berries in and the back stitching down here, and that is a finish. So Festive Friday right now, it's gonna be like, I'm gonna mix it up. We're gonna take Christmas off the chart for right now, off the rotation for right now. So we'll see what holiday it is that I do, because I don't know right now. My next thing I stitch on 30 minutes a day, every single day, is my Mirabilia. Spring Queen is on rotation right now, and she is stitched on Collar and Cotton's white tee, 28 count Lugana. And oh, I told you I had a push goal on a ruffle, and I got the ruffle done. This is what she looks like in her full beauty. And then I will show you what I did. And there's a string hanging there, so, because I'm working still. My push goal was this ruffle along here in this little section here, so I got all that done. And you can see I'm starting to work on the leaves that are up there. So we'll see. I counted, I was like, how many more of these single leaf things, even though this is a grouping of 3, how many single leaves do I still have to go? There's like 50 of them. So that is not a push goal for next week. I don't know. That'd be a push goal. So I don't see that happening, because this week, this week plans, we'll see. I have a lot going on this week. Mainly this coming weekend, which will push, well, it's an extended weekend, but anyway, stitching, we're here for stitching. All right, my next stitch is a ink circles. I stitch on this every day. It's my focus for the month of May. It probably won't get finished, but we'll see. It's still early, who knows? This is Half the Fun by Ink Circles. This is available out there now everywhere, but this was actually in the Black Needle Society's box that I got at one point. And I'm almost to what I would consider halfway. I mean, like, I'm so close. Yes, so like this quadrant's done and this quadrant's done, and I started boosting here, but you can see like this one, it was started also. So we'll see. I don't know which direction I'm gonna go. I don't know if I keep going this way. I don't know. I can't decide. This is on a piece of Be Stitch Me fabric also. My Precious, I believe, is the name, if I remember. I say it like every week, but sometimes I'm here. But anyway, just a monochromatic piece with all kinds of ways to travel. I do enjoy stitching on that. I didn't know at first. When I first started, I was like, ooh, because I was like, do I just go across and back, or do I do a motif? I seem to be tackling it motif at a time, but you could easily, but I think that you would waste a lot of thread if you went back and forth. All right. My friend Candy is doing a mental health care sal for the month of May, and I love, first of all, I love Candy, but second of all, I love this focus. So my piece right now that I have hit a lot of time on is Mental Health Care Matters. This is a piece by Emma Conda. I say her name wrong all the time. I got it out of a magazine. It's one of the UK magazines. So, and there are 6 in this series, but I'm just plugging along on it and seeing which ones I can get done. And this will be something that just continues. It's not something that, I plan on finishing this one, but I won't get all 6 of them done. I'm just going to put them in my rotation for May, because it's a focus. So my next piece that I stitch on is Mill Hill Monday. And this is my daughter's zodiac sign. And that's what it'll look like. And that's where I'm at. And if you can tell from that, there's a lot of dark stitching. I have a long way to go. Even though this is super tiny, and Mill Hill kits are usually full coverage, I have to fill all of that in. So we will see what it gets done for Mill Hill Monday. All right, this is kind of a finish, but not a finish, so I just left it here. My Wicked Wednesday is my Halloween calendar from Tiny Modernist. I am stitching every one of these in a single block so that I can, like, on my display, count down to Halloween. So that is that. I have 2 pieces to show you because I did fix the piece that Miss Athena found my mistakes on, and I'm so grateful for that. So thank you for letting me know. So this is my little guy. Last week we realized he had droopy eyes. I needed to get his blush in, his mouth in. You can't see it, but the eyes and these little hit points are a dark color. I went ahead and stitched them just for the completeness of it, but the black fabric would have been fine for that. And then my little jack-o'-lantern, oh my gosh, he is so cute. And that shading was so fun to do. So I'm at 26. I'll be starting 27 this week, and we'll keep plugging away. Fingers crossed that one's gonna be knocking out soon. That is all the stitching I have to show you this week, but I have other goodness to share with you. So if you'll stick around, we're gonna get into that. So the next one is my friend Vicki was going through her patterns and she came across this one, Country Cottage Kids. It is called A Pirate's Life. And A Pirate's Life, like I have dressed up as a pirate wench. I've done a 5K in as a pirate wench in my costume for a Halloween 5K. So my husband, I don't know, I've stitched him things as a pirate's life for me and stuff like that. So super cute, and thank you very much for thinking of me for that, Vicki. And that is Vicki from StitchNButton. Vicki has she has bags she sells. She has stitching stuff like pull tabs and needle threaders and stuff like that are blinged up. So that's StitchNButton. You can find her on Instagram and on Facebook. So while I was at my stitching store this weekend, I needed 3 DMCs and I had no cash on me. I'm not running my debit card for 3 DMCs. So I found this in their just arrived pile and I snagged it up. So Little House Needleworks, Hello Sunshine Petites. Super cute. And I'm trying to collect these. I need to make a list so that I know if I've got them all, but anyway, there's that. So if you are aware, Brandy from Be Stitch Me does a Friday night fight night. And I was able to get into that a couple weeks ago. I don't even remember exactly when, but I snagged a piece of 36 count vintage linen, and it looks like this. So I'm a neutral girl, neutral. So, but if you win something on Brandy's Friday Night Fight Nights, she has a giveaway album that she does the next day, and you can go through and see what the prizes are, and you can say me please, and then she randomly draws. Well, I won a piece of her cold foam 32 count. This is wild modeling. Yes. So that was fun, and I loved, I mean, who doesn't love winning something? So I loved winning something, and I was able to score me a piece of Friday Night Fight Night fabric. Another thing that came in the mail to us was my kit for the Frosted Pumpkins, the castle. So I have the kit here. It's still so beautiful. I have to cut these off and get this ready so that when the first part drops on the 25th, I'm ready to start stitching that piece. So that is super exciting for me. So that is that. I want to talk about what my plans are for this week. I don't know. I literally do not know. I mean, I have my Mill Hill Monday, Wicked Wednesday, Festive Friday. I don't know what Festive Friday is going to be. I stitch a day. I stitch on my queen every day, and I stitch on half the fun. But like, I feel like I'm going to pull some pieces out and do a little bit of focus, because I have some goals that I still need to do for the month of May. My And a Forest Grew. I need to get my chunk of that done for the month of May. I want to work on my granddaughter See You Later. I call it the Aussie piece. So I don't know. I'm looking around. I don't know. We'll see. I got to pack my brain with what it is I'm going to do. So also, I worked on a quilt this last week. I don't have it here because I'm so close. If I can just get the binding done on it, I am so close to being able to show you my next quilt that is finished. So that was exciting. It is sandwiched together, and I hand quilled it myself, which I just stitch in the ditch. But we will see if I can get the binding ready to show you next week. And then Mother's Day weekend. Mother's Day weekend was actually a great weekend. Super good summer, super good weather. And 2 of the 3 kids were able to come by, so that was wonderful. Yes, I got to see grandbaby Ozzy. I'll pop a picture in here. But something super special that I did this year, and if you follow me on Insta, you may have already seen this, but Mother's Day can be a very happy, joyous occasion, and a very sad. if you've lost your mom, as I have, it can be heavy. So I was like, I want to celebrate my mom and the motherhood that she gave to me. So I'm trying to, so I decided to walk a 5K in honor of my mom because she can't. So here's a picture of Gabby and me setting off for my 5K. And I literally, I feel like it wasn't self-torture. It was, but I cried. I went to my Amazon Music app and I literally Googled Mother's Day music, and there was actually a playlist of it. So I listened to Mother's Day music, mother songs and stuff like that as I walked my 5K. I cried, I sang, and it's what this girl needed. So I hope that is a tradition that as long as I can walk, that I actually walk for my mom. Not sure that it'll continue to be 5Ks, but I will give it my darndest to do that. So I was proud of myself and felt wonderful about celebrating my mom. So I hope you made it through the celebrations and the struggles of Mother's Day for whatever it presents to you. But to end on a happy note, it was a good weekend, and I look forward to this coming week of just goodness. The weather is just like finally broke through here. I probably am going to have some surprises to come back and tell you when I return to you next week. So there's that. Again, please don't forget, last video, put the number 1 if you want to be entered in the full coverage giveaway of a chart on my channel. Don't forget to go to Stitches So Beautiful to buy a raffle ticket from her Etsy store for that. So all of the goodness. All right. I'm going to get off here because I'm rambling. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for spending time with me and visiting and being part of my life. So thank you for that. So with that, I'm going to get out of here. Keep stitching, enjoy life, and I'm sending you so much love. Bye.